Hi guys, welcome back to Football Manager 2018 with Ajax in our Youth Academy Challenge. About to be taking on PSV Eindhoven here at the Johan Cruyff Arena in the quarter-final of the Dutch Cup. They're of course the holders, beat us last season in the final. Roda have knocked out Willem already, Heracles have taken out Den Haag, and tomorrow Feyenoord will host Breda. You'd expect Feyenoord to go through there. We've only beaten PSV once, we've got one draw and they've actually beaten us twice. They're not doing that well this season, so hopefully that will hold them back and we'll manage to go out and do the business here. It's going to be an unchanged lineup from the team that beat AZ last time out in the league. That'll be Rui Grok, Veltman, Delight, Kemper, Backboard, Savastano, Kellenkamp, Van de Beek, Kluivert, Sierhuis and Nil. I'm going to take Sierhuis out and I'm going to start Erik Koning, just because Sierhuis hasn't been great recently. Maybe a wee patch on the bench will do him good. Maybe he can come on today more motivated and get something against tired opposition. Let's look at their regens here. Tom Henst doesn't look that great, and Jan Bakker looks pretty good but not special. So they've got a bit of a rotated team actually today. Hopefully we can do the business. We're favourites for a reason. Make sure no one's left in any doubt as to why, and we'll tell them to show some passion today. Of course, a rivalry game here against PSV Eindhoven. Competitive rivalry against them, so hopefully we can go out, do the business, get through to the semi-final and maybe even win the domestic double this season. We're going very well in the league, so hopefully we can get the cup. But Pal will whip it in now for PSV. It's headed away. It's picked back up though by Meister. Good cross, Goodmanson, and it's well held by Rugrok there, but we really should be 1-0 down. As Device throws it to Pal, back to Device, and Pal again, and Rigo, nick it. Oh, we just about nick it. Kellenkamp, it's Koning, young Koning's in. Bit of a tough chance. Oh, I thought he was just going to float that over the keeper there. But it's just went wide from the young lad. Decent half chance. Savastano now, Van de Beek, Kellenkamp. Does he have a good ball forward again? He does, into Koning, but he's given it away to Pal. Device forward to De Jong. Van de Beek nicks it back. Savastano over the top. Nunnally's header on Koning. Perfect pass. Kluivert, what a move. Erik Koning with a perfect through ball. Kluivert makes an excellent run beyond him and a lovely first time finish into the corner of the net for 1-0 Ajax. Rigo has far too much space. Sambo floats it in. De Jong off the underside of the bar and Rui Grok holds on. PSV Eindhoven hopefully are going to regret these missed chances. I feel we need another goal though. Could we get it here? Van de Beek's corners. Good. Kemper's header is just glanced wide of the post. It's a good game at least. Savastano, Koning into Van de Beek. Tees up a Kellenkamp. Oh, and it's too easy for the goalkeeper. Room there. That should be finding the net, I'm afraid. Room kicks it long. Delight attacks it, but only as far as Sambo. Backer forward to Goodmanson. Rigo switching the play, going backboard up with the header, but only as far as Device. Backboards went chasing the ball, but he will get away with it as we nick it back. Nunnally racing in, shoots, and it's just over the bar. Couple of wee half chances we've had, but only one real huge opportunity that Kluivert did bury, thankfully. Backboard to Kluivert, lovely ball from him. Kellenkamp holds it into Nunnally, lovely touch. Squaring up the defender, beats him all, ends up in, away by Bakker, backboard back in, Koning, it just won't fall for us, it's fallen for Van de Beek! 2-0, and Nunnally will get the assist. I don't quite know what happened there for him to get provided with the assist. Maybe he just prodded it into Van de Beek's path, and it is 2-0. Hopefully we'll carry that through to the break, and we'll be in very, very good shape. Looks like we will be. Yep, 45 minutes have come and gone, as have they added 2 minutes. Time for the whistle, ref. Time for a half-time break. And we can't argue with how that's went. 2-0 up against PSV Eindhoven, hopefully putting the holders out and going through to the semi-final. We'll bring on Eros Madi for Kluivert just now, give him a run out in the second half, and I'm also going to throw Van Gelderen in for Boy Kemper. Give those two a run out. They don't get that much game time these days. Throw them in here. Good challenge backboard there. I think PSV are unchanged. Yep, they're unchanged for the second half as Device throws it to Pal. Back to Device. Back into Rigo here. Goodmanson. And it's Goodmanson again in the box. This time stands it up. Meisters and Akers. What a save by Rugrok though. Beautiful goalkeeping from the young 17-year-old to tip that over. Should have buried it though, Meister. But we will take it every day of the week. Header away by Van de Beek as we survive the early PSV attack in the second half. Savastano now. Get me a third so I can sub Van de Beek. Van de Beek in, and it is Eros Madi. 5 minutes after coming on, Van de Beek is coming off. Karl Eiting will replace him. And it is an exceptional start to the second half. Well done, Eros Madi. 3-0 Ajax. Indeed, we will proceed with the tactical changes. Even statistically, we've battered them today. 13 shots to their 4, 6 on target to just 3 from them. They've brought on a couple of youngsters now, I think. PSV resigned to the fact that they are going out of the cup here. Resigned to the fact that it's been a piss poor season for them. Going out of the cup that they hold in the quarter final. And nowhere near the league title by the looks of it. Device is shot, I suppose you could call that. So easy for Roy Grok. And we have a chance to go the other way now. Van Gelderen over the top for Nunnally. What a pass. Great spot by the young defender. Nunnally byline whip. Koning 4-0. Eric Koning has done very well today against a decent PSV Eindhoven side. Now the conundrum is, does he start in the league or do we go back to Sierhuis, who's not been in good form? And Eric Koning has done very well today. An assist on top of that goal. Savastano pinches it. Van Gelderen now. Does he have another sweet pass on? Nah, he's giving it away to Baker. Sidibe now behind Savastano. It's in, it's headed, it's Joel Pirro. And it is 4-1. Nothing but a consolation, but a damn shame for Roy Grok to lose that clean sheet. Made a sensational stop at the start of the half when we were still only 2-0 up, and he doesn't deserve to lose his clean sheet, but sadly he will. But 4-1, the main headline here. Eric Koning with an assist and a goal as he makes a rare start for us. Eros Madi off the bench to make it 3 and really get the goal that killed the game. That has to be a passionate well done, doesn't it? Very pleased with the result today, and a man of the match for big Donny van de Beek as well. The only thing that would make that sweeter is if Feyenoord go out just now. I can't see that happening, but you never know. Let's get Feyenoord out. Get through the transfer window with nobody leaving, and then beat Willem, and that'll be a great episode. Couple of bids in. We'll decline to do the transfer window stuff. Man City bid 22 million for Veltman, which we'll reject. Marseille 8.5 for Kluivert, we'll reject. And Napoli 11 million for Veltman, literally half of what City bid. We'll reject it. Is it not enough that City have signed Rafa Varane? Do they really need Veltman? I just hope the board doesn't step in and take an increased offer. 8.5 for Kluivert, again rejected. 3.3 for Nunnally, again rejected. Come on, let's just get through the transfer window without any of these lads leaving. We've got a really good solid team here, and as they continue to play season after season, they're going to develop into real European contenders, in addition to taking 1 or 2 from the intake every year. Nunnally, reject. Heerenveen made a bid for Saku Yilatupa, who looks a very decent player. Let's just get this percentage of profit thing away up, and we'll sell him for a couple of 100k. Kluivert not going anywhere. Kluivert not going anywhere. If we weren't playing the Youth Academy Challenge, I'd certainly be using him. He could be a hell of a good player. Only 19, statistically looks very good, and that's without us playing him from the start of the game. If we'd thrown him in Season 1, he'd already look a hell of a good player. Renan for Nunnally at 4 million, rejected. 875 rejected for Kluivert. 875 rejected for Kluivert, and that boy is away to Heerenveen. Good for him, he'll do very well there, and they will sell him on for a decent wee. This deadline day is just dragging on and on here. More bids. 4.7 rejected. 8.5 rejected. And 8.75 rejected. It is now 5:15 in the evening. Deal's done. When is Feyenoord's game as well? Surely that's got to be today. I haven't seen that played yet, which means this isn't going to just suddenly pop up and be midnight. Now, 7:15 now. 575 for Nunnally is rejected, and 875 for Kluivert is rejected as well. Here's Feyenoord's game against Breda. Come on, lose, damn it. Nah, 2-1 victory. We didn't think they were going to lose. Playing a couple of rotational boys. That winger scored. A 16-year-old striker. Jesus, look at him, man. Woofed. They've got a hell of a player on their hands with that boy. If he was in our youth team, he'd be getting 100% game time. Now, 4 teams. I just don't want Feyenoord. Ajax will play Heracles and Feyenoord will play Roda. It will be at the Amsterdam Arena at home, so perhaps actually drawing Feyenoord there would have been good. Draw them at home rather than having to play them in the final on neutral ground, which is where we got gubbed by PSV, of course. Training reports, Decker training poorly, but he is injured, so can't really hold it against him. Koning training well, which isn't bad. Van Gelderen training very well. He's definitely due running the team for that. And Gio De La Vega actually training very well also. So De La Vega and Van Gelderen there, certainly deserving of a look at the starting 11 with those training performances. It is time to do the Champions League squad registration for the Real Madrid games, and then of course we play Willem. I can't believe we topped a group with Bayern Munich in it and our reward was to play fucking Real Madrid. Ajax to register players for the later stages. All of our players pretty much qualify for being under 21. And there is going to be time shortly to play Willem. Hopefully Feyenoord will get a wee loss this weekend. In fact, hopefully all the teams down below us get a wee loss. We can go 10 clear. That'd be nice. AZ are playing Go Ahead. There's no way they're going to lose. Heracles, though, hosting Vitesse could be an interesting one there. Heerenveen and Zwolle, you'd expect Heerenveen to get a comfortable home victory. The assistant can do the stupid tactical briefing. Utrecht with a 3-1 win away at Den Haag with Pedro Marquez scoring all the goals. Looks a pretty decent striker actually, Pedro Marquez. Go Ahead. Come on, Go Ahead. I can't see it. Oh my days. 2-0 to the Go Ahead Eagles. 2-0 to the Go Ahead Eagles. Zwolle hold Heerenveen 0-0. Vitesse lose to Heracles. It has been the perfect weekend so far. Excelsior actually with that victory going to second place, 6 points behind us. Of course we have the game in hand. What a season for Excelsior so far. Now we are the last game today, so we will see Feyenoord's result against Groningen before we play. That's not an easy game against Groningen, as Breda beat Roda going 20, Groningen 20. Let's see, can they do it here? 20 lose to PSV Eindhoven, but Groningen hold Feyenoord, a 1-1 draw. Oh my days, we've beaten Willem all 3 times we've played them so far. I believe it was a dodgy 4-3 we beat them earlier this season. Yeah, it was indeed a dodgy 4-3 at home. But if we look at the table, we're 6 points clear. We win today, we're 9 clear of our latest challengers with, 13 games left to go. We would be in a hugely advantageous position. I'm going to put Surhouse back in the team for Koning today. Other than that, I'll leave it the same. So we'll go Roy Grock, Veltman, Delight, Kemper, Backboard, Savastano, Akelenkamp, Van de Beek, Kluivert, Surhouse and Nunnally. How's Savastano getting on in the trading? Yeah, okay, he's making incremental improvements, I suppose. Right, here goes nothing. Where are we? Go and carry on straight on from where you finished off your last match. Get his 9 points. Get creative, actually. Take some chances today. Go out there and get us 9 points clear, please. Corner for Willem, whipped in deep, away by boy Kemper. Back in, away by Savastano. Back in, away by Savastano. Nunnally picks it up. He's got Surhouse. Surhouse running beyond. Goes back to Kemper. His switch of play is beautiful for Backboard. He's going to have to run himself. He plays a great ball through for Surhouse, but he's offside. Oh, that is unfortunate. I think they've got to just let that stand for backboard's sake. What a pass. Fofana now into Sol. And nicked by Savastano. Sirhouse wins the header above the defender. Nunnally over the top. Kluivert's not going to get there. Header away is poor, though he'll get onto that. His cross has been blocked. Delight blocks the long ball here. It's a bit of a messy game. Great pass that, though, from Kemper. Savastano, Nunnally. Kellenkamp, Kluivert got it finished. Oh, he's put it wide. Did the right thing across the goalkeeper, but we've missed a glorious chance there to take the lead. Come on, push forward. We were all over them at the start of the game. We need to keep that momentum going here. It looks like we've completely let that momentum go. Willem have settled in, and it is going to be 0-0 at the break. Too many teams manage to do this successfully against us. Just sit in and stop us from really playing. Savastano's been poor with a 6.4 there. I'm going to assertively tell him I'm not happy. Backboard's been okay. Maybe tell him he's off tackles now. Kluivert's coming off, man, for Eros Madi. He scored the goal when he came on against PSV Eindhoven. We're going to give him a chance. Other than that, we're going to send him out and just demand more from the kickoff. Come on, please round out a perfect episode with a victory here. Get us 9 points clear and get one hand on the league trophy. As well in Reuther playing at Longs, picked up by Kemper. Right back at them. Great ball backboard. Flicks it to Maddie, not the best pass. Maddie to backboard. Van de Beek now pick a pass. Sirhouse. Savastano drill it low, drills it low. Finished off by Sirhouse. He's back. Sensational. Exactly what we needed. Praise to the boys for that. Lovely move and a great finish. And we actually have an assist for Savastano now. Didn't play well in the first half, but lovely there, setting up the goal. Kemper now flicking it on. Delight flicks it in off the underside of the bar. It will count. It is 2-0 to Ajax. That's exactly what we needed. De La Vega coming on for Nunnally now, and Van Gelderen on for Boy Kemper. The two players who've trained well. They're going to get the 25-minute run out here. Dan Crowley, former Arsenal man, now coming on for Willem. But it should just be a case of seeing this out now. We weren't at the races really in the first half. It was slow, it was sluggish. We missed a glorious chance through Kluivert. But in the second half, Sirhouse has turned up. Delight scores in the corner. And this is what champions do. They're not looking particularly great, but they just managed to snatch the win. Well, we've not managed it yet. Oh, come on. Penalty given away for a weak-ass push by Veltman. Come on, Rui Grok. He actually has a decent record at saving penalties, this young lad. And he's not managed it this time. It is 2-1. Let's retreat right into our shell and see what we can do. Hopefully that is just a consolation. But you never know as we go into 4 minutes of added time. Hold! Hold! There, we've held. We've held. Whistle, ref. Whistle. Down the line it goes. Crowley now. Whistle, ref. There you go. The 2-1 victory after a wee wobble. It's a familiar story actually recently. But we get the victory. We go 9 points clear of our closest challengers in the league. It's not that we've been particularly electric this season. It's just been that everybody else has been quite useless. They've all been dropping points left, right and centre, and we're in the last 16 of the Champions League. We look like we've got a really good chance of winning the title, and we're in the semi-final of the Dutch Cup as well. So it's been a very, very good second season after we were very, very wobbly in season 1. Now that they've got a season and a half under their belt, these young lads, most of them, I can trust to play in the team. So listen, I hope you guys have enjoyed this episode. Every reason to enjoy it. 2 really good victories there. 4-1 over PSV, and then a nice, solid victory over Willem, which we had to grind out. We obviously, of course, get through the transfer window as well, without losing anybody we didn't want to. So, as I say, I hope you guys have enjoyed it. If you have done, please drop down below and leave a like on this video. I'd greatly appreciate that. And of course, you can subscribe to the channel, follow this series, follow our development, and of course, follow our Rangers series as well, which we've got going on the channel too. But mostly just thank you guys for watching, as I always say to you, and I'll see you next time when we're going to be taking on Den Haag and Utrecht.